Hi folks, Diner Bob here, following up on the last episode of Atebeno Park, building a house for the animal that the viewing platform was set up to view. Um, I didn't reveal it in that one, and if you saw and paid attention to the slide at the beginning, then it's pretty obvious who it is. Anyway, you saw at the beginning I had roughed out the shape of the building, getting a sense of the size and proportions, and then jumped into detailing some of the interior structure. Um, so this is going to be the last Atebeno Park video for a while um, because as I was doing this, apparently my game got buggy, and I guess I got the Jurassic Park bug because all my animals started leaving their habitats. Um, they were ignoring barriers, ignoring fences, climbing over rocks they previously couldn't climb over, and started wandering around all over the place. This is not a good way to have a park. I didn't much like the aesthetic at the time. Uh, so Atebeno Park's going to go to bed for a while. I had been planning on announcing that this was the first of the once a week videos as a basic plan. I may have mentioned that in the last video. I'm a little fuzzy on that, but real life pressures are intruding and making it kind of awkward for me to spend a lot of time with the game. I'm hoping that when the next update to beta comes out, that the escaping animal problem will be taken care of. We shall see. In which case, I can come back to Atebeno Park and build some more. Um, it's just this park has had its problems in the latter stages of the build. Um, so I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go next. Uh, I've been playing with some builds, but I think I'm going to wait till we get a little bit deeper into beta before I do a park with those. So more than likely it will be back to beta 2 um, and do some stuff with that. But my head's not quite there yet. So it's going to be a surprise to all of us, I guess. Uh, so having put the building together, it's time to go off and do some other stuff. So this exhibit rather, has a walk-in path to be able to look into the Tarbosaurus habitat. And I had already laid out the walking path into the area and landscaped it a bit. And now I'm finishing it off by adding fencing over the chasm that separates our guests from our carnivorous dinosaurs. Uh, the insurance company really insists on that sort of thing. And I'll be doing some signage in a bit. Um, I wanted sort of casual rustic vibe for this part because the formal viewing platform has, well, formal with its pagoda-like structure. And this is a little bit more of a park video. The lamps there are all set to red light so that this path could run at night and not necessarily disturb the animals. Uh, so a lot of fussing with cleaning up the paths and decorating the path a bit. And there's my Tarbosaurus Trail sign, which I decided to move over to both sides and do the necessary rearrangement of the directional arrows. And then to save myself spelling out all the Tarbosaurus name, I brought it over here and decided to use it as a base to make a larger, more informative animal sign. Well, informative to the guests. We don't actually read the kind of line work that the guests seem to be quite happy taking as information. So the name of the animal, space for its scientific name, its era, and where it's from. And I'll put a picture of an animal on there. In this case, more of a bas-relief sculpture. Docket it up so it shows on the sign, and then put a couple of paragraphs on it to say things about the animal. Uh, these are all done with the letter I. As if this were Sesame Street, we'd get an introduction about that, but it's not. So I was looking at the sign and deciding it looked a little, needed something else. So I decided to put large capitals to make the paragraphs pop a little bit more. You're not sure what I'm really imagining the paragraphs to be talking about with regard to this animal. Tarbosaurus itself may not be a valid genus. There are several workers who refer to it as Tyrannosaurus bartari, and of course in the game it is a fourth skin to Tyrannosaurus, and its stats are slightly different, so an alternate animal. It's very similar to Tyrannosaurus, but it comes from another part of the world at a slightly different time, so a lot of workers will make that its own genus. So, whether it is or not, we have the animal in Prehistoric Kingdom, and so it's in this park. This viewing platform, as you may remember if you saw the other video, is right next to the Dinocheirus habitat, and it's actually parts of the habitat are visible from this pagoda. And these two animals are both from Asia and the Gobi and parts of China. So we're going to bow out on some cinematics with sound and watch our Tarbosaurus wander around. This is the female. She was in the habitat the whole time since I was building it on play because I needed her for scale. And this is, I believe, the male checking out the new digs and not going in. They do that occasionally. The sound needs to be lower, so I'm going to retroactively go back and drop it down. I'm not sure why the music got so loud. I put in the blood pumpkin enrichment, and you can see the animal is taking advantage of it, which I thought was neat. It's the first time I've seen one do that. Anyway, we're getting close to the end here. Just a little bit more of looking at the animals. You can see that they do fit inside the enclosure and will go in there. Haven't seen them sleep in there yet, but, you know, I don't think they've actually targeted the animals to going to the hay beds to sleep, despite what it says in the roll of hints at the beginning of the game while it's loading. So thank you all for stopping by. I hope you've been enjoying Atebeno Park, and you know, like the video, subscribe. I'll still be doing stuff. I just don't know what the schedule is going to be for the next little bit. A lot of real life stuff, like I said, is coming down. So this is Donald Bob. Thanking you again for stopping by and checking out my video, and hope to see you again in some upcoming ones. All will be good. Hang in there, folks. Take care and be kind to each other.